Now will Mountain Crest milk this one out or just take the first available? I think now that you're down, you get a good shot, you've got to take it. High post, they look underneath the Pututau, and he's there. 22 for Pututau. We're tied at 53. 21 seconds to play in the second overtime. I'll see if Skyview rolls it down for the last shot. 10 seconds. Tied at 53. Moore's trapped. And a timeout called with 5.9 seconds. Skyview takes a timeout. Moore was trapped way out near midcourt. And Skyview wisely gets a timeout so they can trigger it inbounds on the side and get a chance to look at a good shot. Well, let's see if we end it here or if we go 3 overtimes. Pututau with 22 for Mountain Crest. $16 for Knowles. For Skyview. And now we come out for the last 5.9 seconds of the second overtime period. Tied at 47 after regulation, tied at 47 after 1 OT, now tied at 53. Now Mountain Crest wants a timeout. As they take a peek at what Skyview is doing. And look for a timeout of their own to try to figure things out. And everybody up here in the press box wondering how many timeouts each team has left. Possession arrow favors Mountain Crest. Both teams in the bonus. 5.9 seconds left, tied at 53. Are we going to go 3 overtimes? And if I'm Skyview, I'm absolutely looking for Casey Oliverson. Of course, that may be what Mountain Crest is thinking. They ran that lob early in the game to Grayson Moore backdoor. Haven't looked at it since as we look at our SC Needham Jewelers middle block sign of the clock. See you're all knotted up there. With 5.9 to play, SC Needham Jewelers, your diamond engagement ring store. So they haven't seen that look for the entire game. They could try that backside lob again. There's many things they could try. You'd think that with a player like Oliverson, you'd give him the ball and let him roll. They get it into Moore. Moore baseline, raises, shoots, won't go, tip up, and that won't go. We're going to the 3 overtimes. 53. Both teams fighting for the board at the end of that one. Both teams scoring 6 points in the overtime, and we're going to 3 overtimes. Tied at 53 in Skyview.
Logan Glass would like to say thanks to all of you, our loyal customers. We strive to give you the best value for your dollar using the highest quality products and services. We are the most experienced auto glass facility in the Valley, named #1 glass shop in the state of Utah. Come in for your next windshield. We promise to beat any competitor's price by at least $10. Logan Glass, 905 North Main in Logan.
Tied at 53. We head to the third overtime. We're tied at 57 at the end of regulation. Or 47, pardon me. Tied at 47 at the end of one overtime. Tied at 53 at the end of two overtimes. Now Crest running the same offense they ran in that second overtime. Pickett high post and distributing from there. Putu Tau stuck baseline, finds Siama. Mountain Crest calls a timeout. Siama was stuck. We've had more timeouts than shots in the overtimes. Both coaches trying to figure things out. Well, if you're just joining us, you missed out. Try to turn it on for one of the replays. we do plenty of times. We're tied at 53. We're in overtime, number 3. If Skyview find a way to win this game, the roof might blow off this place. When they tied the game up and blocked the shot to preserve the time going to overtime, the students in the crowd here about brought this place down. Skyview number 1 in the region, looking to stay there. Mountain Crest looking to claw out a win and stay in the playoff picture. They lose this one and Bonneville wins. It puts them in a tough spot with only a few games remaining. And Region 5 only getting 4 playoff berths. Three and a half to play. Mountain Crest won the tap. Well, they have possession. Side out Mustangs. And Caressa has it. See if they go back to that offense where they just run the clock. We'll call it the dozer play. They keep moving that ball around until somebody dozes off on defense. Putu Tau back to the middle to Pickett. Pickett scores.
Pickett for 2.
Pickett with 13. 3 minutes to play. Mountain Crest with a 2-point lead. Knowles, long three-pointer. No! Rebound. Ty Nielsen comes up with it. High off the glass. Moore taps it back over to Nielsen. He loses it. And Mountain Crest's Crosby comes out with it. Tyler Crosby somehow comes out of there with it. Now Coach Buckmiller says spread the floor. Now we'll run some clock. Spread it out, he says. You can see him there at the top of your screen. Siama down the middle. Back out. Mountain Crest will milk it right down to 0. Skyview will have to foul. Not yet, though. We're still with 2 minutes left in the overtime period. And there's a foul out front. Well, that's 2 free throws. And for Ty Nielsen, that's number 5. Tyler Crosby, the sophomore, goes to the free throw line. He's 1 of 2 from the line.
Entering for the Mustangs, number 31.
Hilliard comes in for him, so the Mountain Crest goes a little bigger.
Entering Skyview, number 14, Don Corbell.
Actually, not much bigger. Pickett's off the floor right now. That's who Hilliard came in for. Now Pickett comes back in. He'll be ready to go in. He's got to stay out for a minute. 2 shots for Crosby. And short shots usually mean nerves. And we've seen a lot of them here. Hilliard comes back off. Are they going to let... I don't know that they'll let him back on for the player that came in for him. He's going to stay at the scorer's table. Because they won't let him back on. Crosby, too hard with the second. Rebounded out of there by Oliverson. Crest still pressuring that ball. 1:40 to play in the third overtime. Down low they go to Oliverson. It's taken away by Crosby. And another foul, this time by Jordan Nielsen. That's his 4th.
Foul was on the Bobcats, Jordan Nielsen. Line for the Mustangs, number 10, Tyler Crosby.
Tyler Crosby missed his last 2. He goes back to the line for 2 more. And he hits that one. Crosby with 11. Hilliard sits. And Pickett back in. Skyview went back to their starting lineup when Ty Nielsen fouled out. Ooh, a 4-point lead now for Mountain Crest as Crosby hits both. He has 12. More underneath. They've got Nielsen. He goes up and scores. He had to bring it down and get control. Goes back to a 2-point ball game. Jordan Nielsen with 11. I wondered what he was doing for a minute as he had to gather himself to go back up with that one and gave the defense time to get there, but he made it anyway. He's the man that sent this thing into overtime in the first place. Nielsen with 11. 1:14 to play. Overtime number 3. Mountain Crest with possession. Skyview, they'll be fouling. Caressa, they get it inbounds cleanly, crosses the timeline. See how long Skyview lets them run off the clock before they decide to foul. Finally, Harvey bumps him with 1:02 to play. For Harvey is 3rd. Caressa his first trip to the line.
At the line for the Mustangs, number 12, Alex Caressa.
Free throw number 20 for the Mustangs is good.
Entering for Skyview, number 14, Don Corbell.
9 of 20 from the line for Mountain Crest. With 21 coming up. of 21 for the Mustangs. They keep the pressure on Skyview by pumping that lead back out to 4. Under a minute to play in the third overtime. Knowles underneath to Nielsen, puts it in.